In the annals of history, few campaigns rival the sheer ruthlessness and devastation of Genghis Khan's conquest of the Khwarezmian Empire. What began as a diplomatic mission turned into a campaign of annihilation, reshaping the political landscape of Central Asia and demonstrating the unparalleled might of the Mongol Empire. Let's explore the events that led to this clash, the strategies employed by Genghis Khan, and the long-lasting impact of his ruthless campaign. Setting the stage by the early 13th century, Genghis Khan had united the Mongol tribes and forged a formidable empire stretching across Asia. His leadership and innovative military tactics had already cemented his reputation as a brilliant strategist. Meanwhile, the Khwarezmian Empire, located in modern-day Iran, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan, was a prosperous and powerful state. Under the rule of Shah Ala ad-Din Muhammad, it controlled key trade routes along the Silk Road. Initially, Genghis Khan sought peace with the Khwarezmian Empire, hoping to establish trade relations. In 1218, he sent a caravan of merchants to Khwarezm, offering goods and an alliance. However, the Khwarezmian governor of Otrar accused the caravan of being spies, arrested them, and executed its members. When Genghis Khan sent envoys to negotiate, one was killed, and the others were humiliated. This act of treachery enraged the Mongol leader and set the stage for one of the most brutal campaigns in history. The Mongol invasion begins. In 1219, Genghis Khan assembled an army estimated at 100,000 men, though some sources suggest a larger force. The Mongols were masters of mobility, using their cavalry and advanced tactics to outmaneuver larger, less organized armies. Genghis Khan divided his forces into multiple contingents, allowing them to attack from multiple directions simultaneously, a strategy that confused and overwhelmed the Khwarezmian defenders. The campaign began with the siege of Otrar, the city where the initial insult had occurred. After a 5-month siege, the Mongols breached the city's defenses, executing the governor and massacring the population. This set a grim precedent for what was to come. The fall of key cities. The Mongols advanced quickly, targeting key cities like Bukhara, Samarkand, and Nishapur. Each city met a similar fate, brutal sieges followed by widespread slaughter. In Bukhara, Genghis Khan reportedly addressed the survivors, declaring, "I am the flail of God. If you had not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you." Samarkand, a major center of wealth and culture, fell after just 5 days of resistance. The Mongols employed psychological warfare, using prisoners from previous battles as human shields and spreading terror to break the will of the defenders. Those who resisted were executed en masse, while artisans and skilled workers were spared to be relocated to Mongol territories. The Mongols' ability to adapt their tactics was key to their success. They used siege weapons acquired from Chinese engineers, such as catapults and battering rams, to breach fortified cities. At the same time, their cavalry executed devastating hit-and-run attacks, preventing the Khwarezmian forces from regrouping. The Shah's flight and death Shah Ala ad-Din Muhammad, overwhelmed by the speed and ferocity of the Mongol advance, fled westward rather than organizing a unified defense. Pursued relentlessly by Mongol detachments, he was eventually forced to take refuge on an island in the Caspian Sea, where he died of illness in 1220. His son, Jalal ad-Din Mingburnu, attempted to rally resistance, but was ultimately defeated by the Mongols in a series of battles. The aftermath, a trail of destruction. By 1221, the Khwarezmian Empire had been utterly destroyed. Entire cities were reduced to rubble, and the death toll was staggering. Some estimates place it in the millions. The devastation disrupted trade along the Silk Road and created a power vacuum in Central Asia that the Mongols would fill. Genghis Khan's campaign against the Khwarezmian Empire demonstrated his use of total warfare, combining military brilliance with ruthless efficiency. The Mongols' reputation for brutality ensured that future opponents were more likely to surrender without a fight, accelerating their conquests. The legacy of the campaign, the conquest of the Khwarezmian Empire, was a turning point in the expansion of the Mongol Empire. It opened the door for Mongol incursions into the Middle East, Russia, and Eastern Europe, paving the way for the largest contiguous empire in history. The destruction of the Khwarezmian cities also led to a reorganization of trade networks, with Mongol-controlled territories becoming the new hubs of commerce. While the campaign solidified Genghis Khan's legacy as one of history's most effective military leaders, it also highlighted the devastating cost of his ambition. The ruins of cities like Nishapur and Merv stand as reminders of the scale of destruction unleashed by the Mongols. Conclusion: the clash between Genghis Khan and the Khwarezmian Empire was more than just a war. It was a demonstration of the transformative and destructive power of the Mongol Empire. Genghis Khan's ability to adapt, strategize, and instill fear allowed him to annihilate a powerful adversary and reshape the political map of Central Asia. The campaign remains one of the most ruthless and impactful in history, a testament to the complexities of war and empire building.